Investigators in Kansas are scouring the background of the suspect in the murder of one of America's most controversial abortion providers. Dr. George Tiller was shot and killed in church yesterday. For years, Tiller was a lightning rod for abortion rights opponents, and his murder is sparking new fears for the safety of other abortion providers, some of whom are now being offered federal protection. ABC's Jeffrey Kaufman is in Wichita.
Today, outside the church where Dr. George Tiller was murdered, a small memorial began to build, a reflection of the very divided passions his life provoked. A doctor specializing in women's health who also provided abortions and was also a devout Christian, serving as an usher at Sunday services when he was killed.
First, I thought maybe a kid was walking in, had a balloon, let it go, and popped on the ceiling.
It was a single bullet that killed the doctor who for 36 years weathered massive protests, bombs at his clinic, and in 1993, gunshot wounds. But he defiantly held his ground.
What I am doing is legal, what I'm doing is moral, what I'm doing is ethical, and you're not going to run me out of town.
Under arrest and waiting to be charged, 51-year-old Scott Roeder, a man with a long history of extremist views against government and against abortion.
Dr. Tiller's religion surprised some and made others uncomfortable. After being asked to leave one church, he and his family were welcomed here, even by those in the congregation who disagreed with him.
This was a place where we gathered in unity because of our faith in Jesus Christ and agreed to have civil discourse.
That is precisely the tone President Obama called for just 2 weeks ago in a speech at Notre Dame.
At least the possibility of common ground.
From 1993 to 1998, there were 6 murders of doctors that provide abortions and their staff. During the Bush years, none. With a Democrat who favors abortion rights back in the White House and another murder, supporters of abortion rights say the climate has changed.
I don't think that this is a coincidence that all of a sudden we have an administration that is supportive of reproductive rights, that we're seeing a resurgence of violence.
Today, a vocal few were celebrating Dr. Tiller's murder, but most who oppose abortion rights denounced it. They worry that the actions of one alleged extremist will make it harder to have that civil discussion. Jeffrey Kaufman, ABC News, Wichita.